Welcome to the American Small Business Institute, the couch. It sort of reminds me of, it sounds like Daily Show when it says, Daily Show, we've got a couch and people sit on it. So this is a little personal space situation we got going on here.
Yeah, you defined the line.
Yeah, being on the same couch means there's there's no real barriers here.
No, there really isn't.
So I guess that means, oh God, it's happening. I guess that means it's sharing time.
Yeah, it is kind of, I guess it is.
So I'm here with Stephen Semple, Wizard of Ads partner and all-around badass, who has something to share with us.
Yeah, that's right. So Daniel, I had an experience recently, and I know you have had this as well, and so I would like you to share also.
Oh,
so
it's a sharing couch.
So I've been hiring some services recently, and you pick up the phone, you call them, and you say, "How much is it for X?" And
no, I know where this is going.
And what do they immediately say?
It depends, or we need to know more about your company,
I need to.
Oh, I need to get back to you.
And maybe even meet with you to discuss your project.
No. Why? Why, people? Why?
So
give us a number.
So recently, you've written a lot of checks, billing a lot of stuff around here. You've been a buyer. You've been a person doling out lots of money.
Yes.
How's it make you feel as a buyer?
It's so frustrating.
Right.
When I'm just like, look, I just need to buy this one thing. I'm going to call. How much do you guys charge for that one thing?
Yeah.
I'm in a hurry. I've got 5 minutes for this conversation.
Right.
Less, actually.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, because I'm going to call like 4 other places after this. I got 5 minutes for all of those calls. I don't have time to schedule a meeting with you. I don't care enough.
And who's our absolute best customers? People who've got no time and lots of cash. And what do we want to say to them? I can't answer your question because what do I need? More.
Your time.
Right. Well, if I'm going to give you my frickin' more time, I might as well buy it cheap, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
because time's far more important to me. Or I'll spend extra money to not have to talk to you.
Right. So here's what I want the folks watching to understand. This was not scripted.
Yeah.
I did not tell Daniel ahead of time what I was going to ask him. I wanted him to share this because here's what I want everybody to get.
I'm feeling really uncomfortable now, by the way.
Your customers feel this way.
Yes, they do.
Get it through your skulls. Now, here's what I also understand. You're all going to go, oh, but Steve, my service is different because it's different in every case. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the simple way in which you can figure out how to answer this question no matter who calls. And the funny thing is, Daniel, here's what I've started doing with people who give me that answer. I actually ask them these questions. So they say, great, what's the most expensive project you've ever done? They go, well, that's not applicable. No, just humor me here. What's the most expensive project you've ever done? Great. Describe that to me. Awesome. No, you're right. I'm not doing that. What's the cheapest you've ever done? And they'll go, well, the cheapest is not. Don't care. Humor me. Tell me what the cheapest you've done.
I got something from $50 from a nephew.
Right.
Yeah.
And they tell you the cheapest. So guess what, folks? They can answer these questions because they told me the most expensive, told me free. So I said, great. Most of the people call you. What do you charge them? What do you do for them? Well, most people, because I usually find by this time, they're actually dying to tell me the average. They go, well, most people it's this. And I say, okay, great. And about what do you charge? Well, there's a range. Well, what's the range? Well, the range is between this and this. Thank you. So guess what? When you're asked that question, say, the most expensive I've ever done a project for is this and included this. The cheapest I've ever done it for is this and include this. But most people
are somewhere in the middle.
Come to me and it's this price and here's the stuff they get.
Yeah.
Done. Question answered. And guess what? Every time I've done that with people, guess what I figured out? I fit pretty much right somewhere in the average.
Yeah, most of us do if we're not being assholes about
it. Yeah. And in fact, if I discover that I'm right at their top end, or if I discover I'm right at their bottom end, I'm a little bit nervous about working with them because actually what I want to be is somewhere in the average. But there is not a business on the planet that cannot answer the question, what is the most expensive? What is the least expensive? And what do most people buy? And if you sit there and you say, oh no, people, it's the price. Pull out your accounting, take a look at your billing, and what you'll find is with all of the businesses, half your billing fits into a pretty narrow
There was a car dealership in Austin that I worked with exclusively until the last car I got. For 4 cars, I've worked with them exclusively. And it's because when I went to them, the first time I went into the place, I said, well, what's the price on that X? And they said, what did it say on the car? I said, well, it said this number. said, that's it. I said, is there any, like, no, that's it. Did you see it on the website? Yeah, that's the price. We don't change any prices at all.
Right.
We don't negotiate. We don't discuss. If you plug that price into Kelley Blue Book, you'll find that it's on the lower end of a good quality or a high quality car.
Right.
Right.
But this is the price.
But it's right in Kelley Blue Book. You'll find right there. You can go to Craigslist, might be able to find it cheaper, maybe not as good quality, but we're not going to discuss it. That's the price. The only reason you need to meet with us is to figure out, how do you want to pay for it? Do you want any extras? And that's it.
That's really interesting. People ask for a price break, not because they need a price break, but what they've been taught by the 5 people that you talked to previously is you ask for a price break and you got one right away.
Right.
So to be quite frank, if you don't ask for a price break, you ask.
And because how many of us think that if you don't negotiate, you're the sucker?
Well, because you are in most cases.
Yeah, and so you feel like you have to, or you're not proving who you are.
Right.
Right.
So when I put a price in front of somebody for my services, and they ask for a price break, want to know how I answer it? I believe, here's what I'll say to them. So, Daniel, I believe in treating everybody with honesty and respect, because I'm an upfront guy, and I think that's what you want to work with. So when I put a price in front of you, I put the best price I could do in front of you right up front. So that's it. That's the price, because I think you deserve to be treated honestly.
Yeah.
Now, how do you come back on that one?
Go, okay.
Yeah. Right? And what do we all want to be done? We all want to be treated honestly. So answer the question. And then when you put the proposal in front of somebody, if they ask for a deal, don't get butthurt about it, because they're asking because the 5 people before... Because
it's supposedly the responsible thing to do.
It's a responsible thing to do. And the 5 people before immediately rolled over and gave a deal. So you recognize that, if you don't ask, you're getting screwed. And then just say to them, no, look, this is the price, because we believe in honesty.
Easy. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right.
Pleasure as always. I crossed the line.
You just crossed your line. That's it. I'm out of here. We'll see you guys.